Ladies and gents, welcome to some good old Forest Nothing. Only, we're mixing it up. We're doing something I have not done in many months, maybe even years. It is not Exploding Kings, which we do in community games a lot. We are instead doing Exploding Villagers. That's right. If a villager dies, there is an explosion. It is not as big as, a king explosion is in community games. It is about maybe the size of this here, if you could see, like maybe this big. But there could be chain reactions, and the villager explosions also will destroy trees. Now, normally when we do settings like this, I feel a little bad because it could be brutal, it can be complicated, and it's just downright punishing. But then I started to feel a little bit worse when I think like 4 people here are in their first community game ever. So let's break this down, and also I should mention this is a sudden death game, so if your TCs are destroyed at all, you're defeated. And it's also King of the Hill. So, a lot to take in, right? A lot to take in. Let's go around the world here, introduce our players. In the teal, one of our few experienced players here, we have Genghis Khan playing as the Sicilians. In the blue, we have Rush playing as the Ethiopians. In the yellow, we have Hibedi playing here as the Turks, sorry. Yes. In the gray, we have Mongols for that one Celt, which is kind of funny. This is not Celts, and that's pretty much the joke. In the orange, we have the Park Cayman playing as the Byzantines. In the red, we have Garlic Granola Boy, who's playing as the Lithuanians. In the purple, we have Gondir, who's playing as the Vikings. And then, last but not least, sorry, we have Kashtai, who's playing as the Japanese. And Teal is asking, has anyone deleted a Vil yet? Because I actually think, in order to clear out space, it would be worth it to delete a villager. But you do not want to delete villagers nearby other villagers, because there will be a massive chain reaction, and you will lose everything. So you would have to garrison most of the vills. And then you would have to, and you can see Teal's trying to build a house, ungarrison them later. So, but I decided we just go crazy with it, see what happens, see how the players play it. I love how Teal has the exact idea I just said, but doesn't want to try it. I guess people don't know how strong the explosions are. Yeah, Kashtai basically, everyone's just telling him to give it a try here. I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. I'm not a pro at many things, but I am a pro at exploding vills. We've had many memories of exploding vills over the years, in some different settings, but I remember playing a 1v1 against MBL with exploding vills. It was never ending. We were just walking villagers into each other's economies and deleting them. Kashtai says this is my first ever Kami game. Won't risk losing it like that. That's a lie. Kashtai's been in a bunch of different games. He's full of it. So, people are asking if it's worth it. And Teal said yes, even though Teal didn't do it. And I didn't say it would be Diplo, but they did. It is actually a Diplo game, so people are able to ally here as well. So that's something to consider. Now, I wish I had a way to have default of, like, deaths. Kills may actually show up because they'd be killing themselves. So I'm going to keep this instead of eco count. I don't know. We'll just keep looking around and seeing. But do want to say, hope you guys are having a nice day. Whoa! Okay, it happened. It happened. It happened. It happened. It happened. It happened. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about, people. Okay, blue, the first one to try it. And watch this. Ready? One vil. Delete. Boom. Look at all that space. Tell me that's not worth it. Now you can build houses there. Now you can build farms. Now, you don't want to waste multiple vills, so you spread them out. Boom. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's really smart from blue. And now suddenly blue can farm. And that farming gives you more villagers in the future. So I actually think blue's done the right thing. And blue says, LMAO, I've massacred my village. But we'll see if that ends up paying off in the long run, I suppose. But blue continues to do it for farming eco, so... Catching up to live time, sorry, which is why it's speeding up, but we'll be there. I will just stop it here, it's fine. Okay, so this is going to seem a little random. It looks like green also exploded here. This is going to become more and more normal. But I am a very forgetful person. Oh, orange did the same thing. Nice. And so I want to tell this story because I think it is freaking hilarious. And I will forget about it otherwise. And I really like to use these moments to tell stories. So, earlier we were talking about being gullible, right? And so what it was is I said, bear with me, which is a phrase. And someone said, what's that bear doing with you? And I got confused. Then some guy says, here in Canada, we say moose with you. And my friend in, what did he say? Like Mexico say lizard with you. I forget what he said. But anyways, it was obviously a joke. Well, we got on the topic of being gullible, okay? I have a bit of a story. And if you know me, you know quite a lot of these stories come from my older brother. So, it's not a long story, but this one cracks me up, man. And it's true, because I know the family. So, when my brother was like 17 or 18, he told some girl that the stop signs with the white border around it are optional. And, you know, I never really thought about it until I heard this story. But it turns out all stop signs have a white border around it. And so, yeah, she blew a stop sign. There was no accident, thankfully. It looks like there was an accident here at Red Space. And she got pulled over. And she said straight-faced to a police officer, but officer, that one was optional. And so this officer explained to her that, no, actually, ma'am, stop signs with white borders around it are not optional. That's actually what all stop signs look like. And yeah, she got really pissed at him, and that's the story. So just want to let you guys know, if anyone ever told you that, you know, those stop signs are optional, they are not. I don't know if stop signs in other countries have the white border or not, by the way, but at least here in the States, that's the case. And actually pretty dangerous. Could have been really bad, right? Maybe would be a different type of story. But, you know, he was like 16 or 17. That cracks me up. That cracks me up. Because it's not bad, right? So, there we go. So, blue right now is ahead, guys. Blue is ahead of everybody else. 12 eco, simply because of getting those farms up early. Now, I'm hearing attack notifications, which the game will give me if someone explodes their eco. Now, I wonder if they're going to prioritize the middle monument or if they're going to prioritize destroying each other with villagers. You do have to be careful. You can destroy your own TCs with villagers, as you can see there with the HP on Blue's TC. So that's something you have to be careful with. So if that's the case, someone could just waltz into your base with vills and go underneath your TC. And what are you going to do if that happens? Are you going to kill the vills that are attacking your TC? You kind of have to. But if you do, then they explode. So it becomes a really tricky scenario. I would say that maybe making archers makes sense, or anything with range to maybe snipe the villagers from the enemy. But beyond that, yeah, I mean, in theory, it is diplomacy, or at least some of these players realize that. So they're able to ally each other and work together. But also that does not stop you from, it does not protect you from the explosions from villagers. You can use villagers to kill your own villagers and ally villagers and units with exploding vills. So, yeah. A lot of people here on stream have never seen this before. And I imagine on YouTube, people have never seen the exploding villagers. At least on Forest Nothing. It's been a really long time since we've done this, so. I like how it was Teal's idea. And Teal refuses to delete the vills. Like, I think Teal might see the score right now and think he's doing a really good job. But Blue is like... Blue's ahead in this game just because of the amount of food eco that comes in to produce more vills, the amount of space you can have to build buildings and whatever else, so... Someone says, are Byzantines busted here? Well, Byzantines could be great here because of the cheap spears and cheap skirms and the fact that there's no gold on the map. Yeah. But I don't know if they're necessarily like the best civ. I think other civs could compete. I would say that maybe Turks could struggle because Turks usually... Turks actually could be one of the worst here because they normally rely a lot on gold. But yeah, the only player who hasn't really deleted vills, maybe Yellow hasn't, but Yellow and Teal don't seem to have deleted any vills at all here, so. If Blue makes it to the feudal age, we'll receive the plus 100 food and plus 100 gold being the Ethiopians. Actually, just a quick look at the stockpiles. Let's see. Food count's still pretty low for everybody, but there's 10 food workers for Rush, so. It's actually really good there's no shared exploration, so they're in the dark and they don't know what the others are doing right now. I always like to do that because then that prevents people from just seeing what someone else is doing and copying it. We get to see all the different styles combined. D90, can we spectate at 2x speed? No, but you can wait for the YouTube video and you could pick it up at 2x speed. I'm like maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds behind live time. There's no way I could speed it up from here. This is going too fast for me. You want to make it faster? I want to slow it down. Actually, how's this? How about we watch 20 minutes on half speed? Okay. And then after that, we go to normal speed and it will feel twice as fast. That's actually a perfect solution. That's a great idea. I'm so glad you said that. Okay. So, we're going to do 5 times speed here. Let's see. What stories can I think of? That works. Thank you. Oh, okay. You actually wanted it. Damn, called my bluff. Called my freaking bluff. All right, I heard death. I heard an attack notification. I don't know where it is. God, Yellow and Teal are going to feel like such idiots when they rewatch this later, seeing how good Blue has played with this. The good news is as long as the players aren't aggressive towards them, they're going to have time. All right, so they're, what do we have here? Okay, so we have, oh, okay. These guys are making friends. Hey, Perp, I like your name. Thanks, Yellow. Sounds like you're from my country. I like your name, too. Germany. Yeah. Nicht ganz meine. Aber nahe Gunig. And then someone's like, yo, are we doing Diplo or what here? And he says, yeah, German Diplo in a commie game, not the best idea. Okay, that's fun. Rush is having fun, wishing the world happy Friday, and continues to just make massive amounts of progress through here. Would love to see a mill for Blue for the farming efficiency, but the Germans did apologize, which makes me think that they know that I can't handle the German language all that much, so. Or, German water. I also had a real issue with German vitamins, which I've told the story about before, but that's my own fault. I should have known. It's just really my own stupidity. I just happened to be in Germany at the time. So yeah, I think Blue's about to go feudal here. Blue needs a building. Has the food, but doesn't have a mill. And yeah, there's the mill. Should be able to click up here. So these farms are going to come in consistently. Blue is going to be in feudal age second, though, because Orange has done a nice job as well. These are the two players who were deleting the villagers the earliest here. Everyone's doing it for the most part, but it does take a lot of focus and control, which is rather tricky. Now, I think most of these players don't know that they can ally each other. Purple's the only one who has allied everybody here. But purple and yellow are still talking to each other, on occasion at least. Ooh, hold on a second. Teal. Ooh, I guess this isn't tracking properly, because if you delete, it doesn't count. I think teal is joking. I believe that kill and death will only show up if your deleted villager kills another villager. Does that make sense? So it counts as a kill. Okay, so if you have one vill next to another vill, you delete the one vill and kill the next vill, it counts as a kill and a death. But the delete itself does not count as anything. That's actually a good way to know if people are, you know, killing themselves. So kind of interesting how that works. There was a time early with DE where like some of these mods that we like to do would not work consistently and things would crash and break all the time. I don't know what changed, but salutes to the devs, man, that we could do this without having to worry about crashes. Now I'm knocking on wood. I don't trust it that much. I'm scared that I'm going to say that and then regret it later, but this is pretty nice. Pretty smooth. Race to Castle Age where more vills can be created. Blue actually sold the stone. I'm not a fan of selling stone here because you can't mine any. You might want to maybe buy a castle later on. It feels like you're just going to be buying stone anyways. But I do think we will see Castle Age here for blue. And blue is going to be in Castle Age before some of these players are even in the Dark Age because blue took the risk and deleted some vills. You could tell that teal did at one point as well. It's sudden death, so no Castle Age boom. Yeah, I think that's probably why blue did it though, right? Selling the 200 stone because you normally think you need the stone for TCs. But I think it would be really nice to have a castle, right? Blue is also booming further away from the middle, which is interesting. Man, I wish I could be like... I wish I could play God here and just... Well, I'm not implying that God terrorizes people. I'm just... I wish I could be a very bad God and just select one of these vills and delete them. And just watch the whole world light up in flames. Ah! It's just so tempting. We've seen some crazy ones. On the map, Pilgrim's Nothing, all the vills will line up because they're all chopping the same wood line. And we've seen like 60, 70 vills go down all at once. That's exactly where my brain was, Monster CC. Playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. You could just grab somebody, pick them up, toss them in a lake. As a kid, I used to put a lot of effort into making my rides. And when people would complain about it when they got off, I wouldn't be happy, you know? Well, blues and Castle Age. Let's see how many people say, what? That's usually what happens. People are like, huh? How did you do that? What do you know that I don't know? And no one said a thing, naturally. Perfect. Okay. T90 Roller Coaster Tycoon stream. I would like to do it, Jerp. I would like to do it. A Roller Coaster Tycoon stream and a couple Stronghold streams. They're on the plans for the summer. I just got to get back to my normal routine. Monster CC has it exactly right. Their ride is too thrilling for you, huh? Well, hope you can swim. Splash. And Rush says can't go 2TC. And that is, again, because it is sudden death. So, these villagers, man. The funny thing is about sudden death exploding vills, it actually gets to the point where having more vills than everybody can be a bad thing if they boom one in your base. Because then you just have more bombs to go off. It's very easy for things to go wrong in this. Oh, God. Speaking of, did Gray just make a mistake here? No, I think it was literally just the mill. Well? Oh, I see. Okay, deleted the mill. Garrison the Ville. Deleted that. Okay, so that was well calculated there from Gray. Good stuff. Other players catching up. Eco count at the bottom left. Relatively close. Obviously some age differences here, which isn't great, but it is expected that with settings so rare, these guys have probably never played these settings before, that there's going to be differences in how they manage the situation. So, yeah, Longer, I'll answer your question about joining community games because there's probably a couple people watching the videos who want to know. Basically, you got to be here when I'm running them, which is usually Fridays. And then you just have to be in the Discord server and press a button. And it is a luck-based system, so no guarantee you get in. Lots of people are here to get in, but that's what everybody did here to get into the game. So seeing as this game is so slow at the moment, and we're building up, there were some inquiries as to what I meant about the German vitamins. I think I should explain. Oh, wait, hold on. Orange bought a castle. That's sick. That is sick. Because, again, you cannot mine gold. You cannot mine stone. The price for things like stone is only going to get... it is always going to get higher, right? And you can tell Koshtai also bought a castle. Having a castle with Byzantines... Already, your TC is going to have more HP than everybody in this game. Then having that castle is really good. I like Orange's chances here, so... Byzantines also have bombard cannons. Byzantines also can make a lot of trash. Just cost wood and food, which is what you're going to have a lot of here, so... I definitely like that, so... Okay, real quick, I'm going to tell this story. And, you know, you guys are going to promise not to laugh at me, and we continue on. So basically, when I was in Berlin for NAC in January... wow, green has really cleared out some trees here. I was feeling kind of sick. And so I was thinking, man, maybe I should get, like, some vitamin C tablets or something, right? And so... I went to this little supermarket, and they had this little, you know, this aisle that seemed designated for, you know, vitamins and whatnot. And of course, everything's in German, right? I don't know. I don't understand German. But, you know, I don't know if it said vitamin C, but it said something very similar to vitamin C. I could tell it was vitamin C. And what I was looking for is I usually get these chewable tablets. Like, I didn't want to do, like, the capsules or anything like that, right? I didn't want a powder. I wanted, like, a chewable tablet. And so I'm looking, and it's a tiny grocery store. There's not a big aisle. And there is, you know, a couple vitamin C things. And a couple of them are clearly not what I'm looking for. And then one of them is in a cylinder-shaped container. It says vitamin C on it, and it has a picture of what looks like a powdery tab. And usually, like, the tablets I'm used to, it's like a kind of like a condensed powdered tablet. You chew it, it, you know, breaks apart, and you swallow it, you're good. Now, I did notice that there were some bubbles, like, in the graphic on the side of this cylinder container. So I saw that, and I was like, it might be one of those fizzy things. I don't necessarily want, like, a fizzy thing. But I thought... if it is, whatever. It's a big dose of vitamin C. It'll still crumble in my mouth, and I'll still get vitamin C. It's probably fine, right? So, I'm walking back to the gamer house, and I just pop one in. And I gotta say, it felt like... I don't know how to describe it, really. Like, have you ever been in a hot tub with extremely large jets? And it's like... it was like that. But it was in every area of my mouth. It was insane. And at first, I'm like... because there's people around. At first, I'm like, okay, we got this. This is fine. But it just kept escalating. And it just kept going. And it just kept going. And it wouldn't stop. And then, unfortunately, my... entire mouth was filled with foam, and I was trying to swallow some of it, and it was escalating so quickly. And so then I'm just foaming at the mouth, walking down the sidewalk, and I'm extremely embarrassed, but I'm trying to play it cool, just thinking I could let it pass. And it just wouldn't freaking pass. And it was painful and it hurt. And I'm like spitting foam on the ground and there's people looking at me. So my strategy was just walk faster than them. So I just blew past people. So I didn't have to face their judgment. And I had to spit it out, man. At a certain point, I just had to get rid of it. I gave up. And guys, I gotta say, I took that little thing back home, back to my hotel. I threw it in a bottle of water, and that crap fizzed for like 5 minutes in that bottle of water. I've had fizzy drinks here in the States, but it normally fizzes for like 20 seconds and it's done. Those things are insane. Those are like industrial, steroid fizz. I don't know how to describe it. So anyways, very embarrassing experience. And I've told that story before. Blue's imping right now. And I told my fiance that story, and she said she'd never thought that she could love me more than she already did. And apparently that story did something for her. So I just... How did we get on this? We were talking about something. German... Oh, they were speaking German. We somehow got here, but... Guys, it was brutal. Seriously, you could laugh. It's stupid. I'm an idiot, and it's funny. But I'm telling you, if you think it's not a big deal, go ahead and try one. It's a big deal. All right? That was also the same day. That was also the same day I went to, I walked into this like little side store to get food. I promise I'm not this much of a mess, right? I am telling you guys my worst experiences for the sake of entertainment. I'm not this much of a mess. But I went to get some food, and I thought the numbers next to the items on the menu, on the, the board, were the prices. Or no. I thought it was like the number. Like, you order a number 5. You order a number. So I was like, can I have a number 9?
Yes.
And they were like, huh? And it turns out it was just €9. So yeah. Anyways, done embarrassing myself. Green's about to break through and go to the middle here. Green has 21 vills. Blue's got 40. And blue has a mangonel. And blue is going to go for onager now. So blue figures villagers are important. Has cleared out enough space to be happy. And needs to keep that eco alive. Onager's a really smart move in my opinion. Getting the gold for that's going to be really difficult. Thank you, Budler, by the way, for the 7 months. Says 0.2 liters for that is it. I'm not sure what you mean, and the wonder has now been controlled. Okay. So, green has started the countdown. I was wondering how this would go, because we have basically given them 2 separate objectives. We have the objective of killing the enemy, and we have the objective of controlling the monument. Now that the countdown has started, I think a lot of people are going to be thinking monument, but things to think about. By the way, you can use villagers against units as well, right? Like, if you want to plan on going knights in this game, good luck to you, sir, because the villagers are going to boom your knights as well. It just takes a couple villagers to kill a couple knights. Blue is asking questions, and he says, how you in middle, bro? I mean, how do you think he got there, bro? I mean... We're going to let that slide because blue has been really smart otherwise. I'm a little surprised that blue doesn't realize how the opponent got to the middle. But I guess when you're just looking in the darkness, it's very confusing. And green did commit a lot of vills to get there, so. The economy doesn't seem as good for green. Let's look at blue's economy here. 22,000... resources collected. I mean, that's double of some of these guys. That's really good. The food count's the tough one. Because I think in order to get gold, you sell... By the way, the monument does give resources in King of the Hill. So there's a trickle of gold and stone right now for Kashdai, which is a big reason why he might have rushed to the middle so quickly. Most people just forget that. That is not something I can turn off. That is always part of King of the Hill. No big mistakes from people with villager deletions, but this is going to get crazy, guys. We're going to see some crazy action. There's going to be lots of clip-worthy moments, I guarantee you. And you can hear onagers in the trees a long way away, and Green hears him. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Green can hear Blue's onagers from that far away. This is what Green can see. Thoughts? I realized that capture age doesn't actually properly represent the distance in which you can hear onagers in the darkness. Because there's been a lot of times where I'm like, he can probably hear it, and it never hears it, and then I test it in the game, and you can actually hear it from further away. I've had some people think that that is, like, revealing way too much information. I know it's a rather specific thing. I don't mind. I think the fact that you can hear it when you can't see it is fine, but I think hearing it, like, across the map that far is maybe an issue. I don't know. I'm not going to get on that hill and die, right? Like, there's a lot of things I want changed with the game. That's a very small thing, but... We do have a song, a remix from the one time I heard noises in the trees, and somebody was trying to kill me with onagers and trebs in a hideout sudden death game. So the noises helped me there. Only thing I don't understand is how he knows it's blue and not another color. I think blue is the only person in Imp, right? That's a fair question, actually. Did Orange just hit Imp? Orange just hit Imp, yeah. So that would make sense. There's only one player that could be. Feels bad for Yellow. Yellow didn't delete any vills, and Yellow is as Turks and can't get onager. I hope Yellow's having fun, but Yellow's having a tough time. 15 vills, stuck here in the corner. We might see some fighting for the middle involved. And maybe even some army here. Blue's starting to make his way towards the middle. Someone bet 10,000 salmon on Yellow. Well, your salmon are never coming back to you. They are swimming away. They're going directly into someone's pockets. You bet on the wrong horse. One of my favorite things about these types of games as a streamer is that viewership naturally grows over time, right? So there are people watching right now who don't actually know the full settings. And when a crazy moment happens, they will understand and be like, or they won't understand and be like, what? If you really pay attention to it, though, you will see that the villagers actually turn into a little petard unit right before they explode. Someone says, Yellow is like me, probably better. I suck ass at this game, but like to watch it anyways. You're not alone. There's a lot of people like that. It's a complex game to play. I think on many levels, it's easy to understand, though. I don't know. I guess it has to be broken down a certain way. But once you get a certain level of knowledge, I feel like you're able to kind of pick up on things. But executing on those things is really just a different situation entirely. Okay, so Orange is cutting towards where the enemy may be. And remember, this is sudden death. Wait a second. Orange says ping your city again? Are they going to trade? These guys want to play Diplo. He says, I will cut and we can trade. He's going to trade? That is not what I expected at all. I wonder if trade carts explode. I'm not even kidding because fishing ships explode, which people always forget about. Okay, blue is the middle now. 421 years. Purple says, difficult for trade right now. Well, Purple, you don't know how much progress Orange is making. The sad thing is they could ally each other and get vision. But not everyone realizes that's a possibility. It looks like Purple accidentally sent that information to Yellow. Yellow is asking what's up. Yellow just needs someone to talk to at this point, because Yellow is just stuck here in the darkness. And blue's in the middle. The blue's got crossbow. Blue's got onagers. Blue has also blocked off the opening. I'm not sure if I love that. And blue will continue to use that strategy. Maybe not, doesn't want the enemy to use these choke points, so. I would love it if they could get a trade route up behind red and red would have no clue. That would be so freaking funny to me. What if red's like, what about me? What about me? I like trade. I want to trade. Yeah, stonewalling when your opponent can just delete a vill here to get through the trees might not be worth it, but I think blue has played a really nice game. Teal maybe ready to be active on the map at some point. And we have a mangonel now from Garlic Granola Boy. And, oof, big shots. Great shots there. Blue just has to be careful. Onager versus mangonel. Oh, good shot anyways for red. Plus, red gets a little bit of golden stone from taking the monument for a second, so. How did blue get the monument from out here? We need to pay attention to this, because I had a game in a tourney that, it's a long story, but it featured monuments the other day. And the distance in which they were able to control the monument was outside the walls the monuments had. Again, if you don't know what I'm talking about, long story. And I said, I thought it was a map issue. I mean, it certainly was a bug. But now I'm thinking maybe it's like the game as a whole. Let's see how close red has to get. I know sometimes the stone around the monument does not represent the radius. What? Green had it from a really long way away. Okay. The monument going to the other team while you were casting was great. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Unrolled Snail, but that was the biggest load of crap ever. That should have been a 3-0 for us. And I'm still not pleased. Right? I appreciate the fact it's content, but that's baloney, man. It was bug abuse. We lost the bug abuse in a tournament, you know? I actually have to see if the admins clarified if that's intended or something, so change that game immediately. So basically, guys, there are this map that would have monuments on the island, and you had stone walls, gates, and towers to defend it. But the enemy was outside of the walls and got the monument, and then was generating double resources because of that. And we just, you know, I guess incorrectly assumed that you had to break through the walls to take the monument. Oh my god, red with the split micro and tight spaces. Oh my god. Whoa! What a play! Did you see what the Vill did? That's exploding Vills for you. Garlic Granola Boy with the plays. That's the way to do it. Be very careful where you put your villagers here, folks, because if they die, your army will die as well. That was clutch. Clip that one. Some big brain strategies. Also, using skirms against gold units on a map with no gold is very satisfying. Here we go again. Are you ready for our first little chain reaction with Vills? Yeah! That's what we like to see. That's it. That's what I mean, right? If there's a big line of villagers somewhere and one Vill gets killed, everything just explodes. Orange is still looking. Orange is still looking for purple. There's a very good big risk here that orange goes too far. Wait, orange is expecting purple to go to the corner. Purple hasn't cut anything yet. Oh man, by the time they make this happen, the game's gonna be won by someone in the middle. Light cav here from green, a really nice choice against skirms. They should be able to clear out most of this. Nice work. I think red's position is amazing, though. Look at how many production buildings red has. Also, red being Lithuanians. Great skirms, great pikes. How many vills does red have? Red has 46. Not bad. There's higher amounts, but the players with higher amounts aren't able to contest the middle. Like, teal isn't ready to contest the middle yet. And probably needs to try and get Onager. Gray is doing all right. On the way to Imp. Yellow is struggling. My worry with yellow is every time I look over here, yellow's not producing vills. Yellow has 10,000 wood, 100 food, and 2 gold. So, I don't know. Yellow may never escape this darkness, honestly. And can't see what everyone else is doing, so. I think players are going to have to get used to using villagers in the battles at extreme times. Can kill a whole group of skirmishers just with one villager. Villagers in siege towers is genuinely a really good play, I think. Alright. Will these guys find each other? I want them so badly to just see each other, you know? They're so close! They've wanted this for so long! Okay, here we go. Here we go. Making moves. Now they can hear it, I'm sure. Purple is going to meet up eventually with orange's opening here. And blue says what? Because green dropped. Ooh. Green crashed. We lost a player. Yikes. Akashai, well played. Sorry about that one. There's not much we can do about it except say thanks DE and remind you to make sure you pay your internet bill if you haven't. I'm sure you have. Thanks for hosting. Sorry about that, man. Can Orange see this yet? Yeah, Orange can see this. And actually can see the target. Can see the market. And also Purple's cutting through this way. Red really determined to push blue back. And now, red doesn't have to worry too much about green. And we'll just kill a couple villagers, though. Yeah, so if it was early on, I'd obviously have people continue. But to go back, restore, set everything up at this point would probably be a bit too much. So they're going to play on, and I'm ready for the trade, people. Let's go. Can red see any of this? Oh, I mean, barely. He could see oranges there, which must be pretty confusing because it's behind his base. Can they afford trade? Yeah, there's some trade carts on the way. I mean, it'll pay off. Orange is also going to have to cut to the middle, though, which will take so much time. Guys, gray hasn't cut to the middle yet. Gray is struggling. Teal hasn't cut to the middle yet. Blue is getting smashed by red. Green dropped. This might be a pretty easy breezy victory here for red, honestly. Red's playing amazing. And orange says, I'll cut to the corner for better trade. Orange, just just any trade. Like, okay, let me back up. I respect it so much, okay? I do. It is next level thinking, and no one else is ever going to do this. But it's 235 years on the countdown here. Like, someone's got to get to the middle here to contest red, or they're just going to win the game. Looks like gray was finally able to afford a castle. I'm sure it wasn't cheap. How do I check the market rates? It's 221 gold to buy stone. That will, of course, go up. But, of course, how are you going to get gold? You're going to sell off resources. So for every 100 resources you sell, you're getting 13 in return. It's not great. Here comes the trade. Alrighty. Trade is a-coming. Trade is a-coming. How much gold do you get per trip? Here we go. The answer? 45 gold. I mean, that's actually really solid. That is really solid. It might be worth it. If he can do this and also start to shift some focus to the middle, I'm a believer. But I think it's the insistence upon the superior trade and getting to the very corner is where I start to lose belief a little bit. Oh man, red wants to kill blue. What are the resources like for teal right now? Doesn't have the gold for Onager. Has a lot of army though. And also has 77 bills. Teal, if Teal can just get an opening there, could be a really big threat. Obviously, he's going to need to get through by deleting villagers unless Onager upgrade comes in, so. Yeah, 45 gold per trip. There's a few trade cards coming out of the market, too. That'll be like 10, 20 trade units. That's not too bad. You're right. Orange could actually come kill red if Orange knew red was there. And doesn't quite know red is here. But knows that red is in the middle, at least. It's kind of funny how he's just missing out on that crucial intel, though. Does purple know? No. What's the plan here for blue? 189 years. Yellow just chopping away. I'm sure it's quite peaceful, right? Very peaceful settings. If you guys have never played this, I do recommend it in some ways. It is very relaxing to play this setting. Red is on the way to Imp. Red wasn't an Imp? I didn't know he was Castle Age Gaming. Okay. All right. Well, Red trying to clear out a little bit of space right now then. To at least breathe a little bit more. But does know Orange is back here. That would confuse me. I'd be like, how did he spawn back there? Super close to seeing some trade there, too. Orange got Caravan. Let's see. There's the trade profit. I mean, it will pay off. And it will really start to feel strong. Look how much gold Red brought in from having the monument, though. And if that's enough to just get your trash technologies, I feel like that's probably acceptable. Getting the Halb upgrade, that's 600 gold. Getting blacksmith upgrades is hundreds and hundreds of gold. 150 years. Oh my god, Arj, what are we doing? Why are you... Guys, go mid. Please. Please. Please go middle. I don't want to have to tell the vitamin fizz story again. That way I can just make sure it's out there. The content is out. And if people want the story, they're going to have to find the video. I don't want to have to repeat it. I always feel obligated to repeat it. Okay. I mean, he wants that gold. Yes. And he wants Orange to build a market there. They are working together here. Red has the middle. Gray. Making Mangadai with the golds. That's pretty costly, right? But I understand the feeling to want to go Cav Archers and Mangadai with the Mongols. What a crappy setting for the Mongols, not having gold. What a sad time. This is so much worse, too, because you can't build more TCs because it's sudden death. So it's so much more difficult economically. All right, guys. Teal is about to show up. And this is going to help the game. It's also going to help Orange and Teal complete their dream. No freaking way, these guys. Never doubted these two. I would like to say that I believed in this the whole time and never felt like judging them was the right play. They'll get more gold per trip if a market is here. Random onager sounds in the corner always happen. Oh, misclick. That's a university. We don't need education. We need economy. There we go. All right. Orange, are you ever going to go middle, my friend? And trade's going to be coming back soon. Purple just needs to delete this market in a moment. If Orange tries to cut to the north, I'm done. If Orange says, okay, we're not finished yet, and tries to still cut this way for the ultimate trade route, I might just leave. Oh, that's funny. Purple doesn't even know where Orange's market is. I don't know if Purple can even trade with Orange because of Orange's castle. Ooh. He's looking. Let's see. Chris, thanks for the prime. Welcome. He can't go through the gate. And Teal gets to the middle, by the way. Restarts that countdown. We're at 100 years. Purple can't go through the gate. That gate needs to be deleted. Both gates. Ah! No, don't kill his trade, bro. Don't kill his trade. No. Oh, he's not trying it. Oh, my God. Do you know how expensive that was? Dude, there's no gold on this map. Oh, man. Orange. What a bully. Purple's being really nice about it. And here comes the trade now. They're enemies, right? So it's just automatically attacking. I would be furious. I would be furious. Okay, here he goes. Now, does the castle have a lot of range? No. He's looking. Orange apologizes. He's looking. He's looking. Nope, not back there, my friend. Big fights in the middle. Blue is through. But we focus on the trade. I mean, there's still another gate here. They can go through if orange goes through. Oh. Wait, did the trade card explode? I missed that. Look at blue coming back. Hussar. Trade cards explode. Good to know. Okay. So that means if orange's castle shoots a trade card from purple, they have big problems, right? 75 gold per trip, by the way. That's really good. Red will make more pikes, probably, because he's up against a lot of horsemen. Ethiopian hussars aren't the best hussars, but they're still hussars, and there's 70 years remaining now. And this gate was just deleted, so now purple can actually trade. Okay. But now it's like, this is a sudden death game. And a King of the Hill game. And we have not seen much sudden death or King of the Hill. The only death that was really sudden was when Kashdai's game dropped. I'm sure that felt very sudden for him, but otherwise, not much else. So it is basically 3 people contesting to the middle. We've got Genghis Khan, we've got Rush, and then we also have the Park. Sorry, not the Park, Garlic Granola Boy. Boom. Yes, that's what I want. That's what they need. Okay. Again, orange loses a Ville. Could be a problem. I think orange is going to start to make a push towards that middle area now that the trade is established. We've got how much trade? How many gold workers? Why can't I not use this all of a sudden? Gold workers 9. Oh, 16. Okay. And then 6 for purple. Which, I mean, if they leave it be right now. Wait, you guys said orange lost half his vills? Where? Wait, what? What? What happened? Where? Did he? Did I miss something? Really? Nah. I think it's fine. Let's see. Orange is 100 eco. He lost like 5 maybe. 101. My theory was if the castle destroys the cart, it could be a problem. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. Oh, wow. We're way far back. Okay, keep going. Oh, shoot. I see the flames. Oh, God. Yep. Okay, so he lost like 8 vills. Yeah, good point. And actually, that's only going to continue. Oh, God. Oh, God. He almost lost his CC. He almost lost his town center. It's sudden death. That trade is a big problem for him. Oh, man. Okay, all right. I'm seeing what you guys are talking about now. Okay. So the carts explode. The vills explode. TC is now being repaired. You don't want to delete the castle. You can't delete your TC. So maybe you need to build the market elsewhere. The players do not know that they can ally each other. The only person with that information... Well, actually, Purple has that information. Because he allied people. This game is just wild. I guess Purple could pass that information along. And now Orange is going to make a new market, which is safer, but then it completely defeats the purpose of spacing out the trade carts. So you could have just stuck with the normal trade route anyways. All right. I love it. How's Gray doing? Gray's gonna make it to the middle. Yes. Let's go. And how's Yellow doing? Well, Yellow's about to find out that Turks don't get onager. Ah, poor Yellow. Turks and Huns are probably the worst civs for this. Yellow will be forced to delete villagers to get out. You cannot upgrade this thing as Turks. But he goes for Bombard Tower. Hey, live your dreams, Yellow. Live your dreams. 62 years in the middle right now, by the way. Lots of pikes from Red. And I am still very concerned that Red is just going to straight up win this game.
Yes.
Okay, more trade's going to go here. I'm still not fully trusting that trade situation. I would like to see, like, right now, Teal and Blue are going to run into each other, which is a nightmare scenario in King of the Hill. They need to... Like, Teal needs to try and cut his own path, ideally, this way, towards where Green was. Now, you see what's happening here? Teal is bringing Vills. This is the way to do it. If you can Siege Tower in Vills, that's ideal, but Siege Towers cost gold, so maybe not. Okay. Orange and Purple are not... are not banking on the others winning this by the middle at all. Okay? Well, the Halbs ran away, so that didn't really work out. But hold on. Hold the phone. Skirms in general will be good against the Halbs, but Red just needs one unit in the middle at all times. And if Red can continue to spam, this could be good. There's the Vil. Delete it. Well, okay. There's promise here. There's promise. You can kind of see what Teal is going for. 33 years. Is Orange coming to the middle? Yes. Sort of, kind of. And it's also making cataphracts. Blue wants to come through, but is butting heads with Teal. Oh, no. It'd be amazing if they could kill Red right now. Do they know? Can Orange see Red? No! Orange can't see anything from Red. That's crazy. They can see the bodies in the middle, right? They can see the action there. Oh, man. Oh, God. Wait. Red is in Purple's base. Red? Oh, my God. Red is killing Purple's eco now with skirmishers. And Purple is also... He's got his market here. Like, the trade could be disrupted. But, most importantly... I think Red is going to lose access to the middle here with less than 20 years. And Blue resets it. Let's go. Let's go. No one wants a King of the Hill game where one guy just wins it easily. All right. Sick play. Oh, God. Oh, no. It's a massacre. No. Purple loses basically everything to a skirmisher raid. That is what you have to do. Get into their eco, kill one Vil, and the rest will do the job. That was nice from Purple, though. That was good. Now, this is just going to be so funny. Because now Purple's got to deal with Red. Red's coming in. Red's going to try and go for the kill against Man-at-Arms. Okay, we'll see what happens there. Red, obviously, those trebs are very expensive for you. You might be trying to aim for that TC. Maybe didn't know about the Man-at-Arms. Those trebs are going to go down. Purple's trade just randomly going through here. And Purple sharing with some members of the team, air quotes, that, hey, Red wants to kill me. Now, this is important because Orange says where. Orange is very pro-Purple, very pro-team, very pro-trade. Very risky situation near the TC. And if that information can be shared, then Orange may come kill Red. You never know. Oh my God! Yes! I told you guys, exploding Vils is insane. People just have to figure it out. You can use one Vil to kill 20 longswords. It's worth it. I think Blue might have lost some units towards the middle as well. There's a lot of stuff happening here. Teal continues to bring villagers forward. Red has the middle again. And I love how Teal continues to produce vills and is using a certain percentage of those vills as weapons. It's perfect. So funny to me how orange is still enemy to purple. Blue says, how does this game end? Well, you could try and destroy the other's TCs. This is going to get even crazier because gray's now coming to the middle as well. How's yellow doing? Honestly, impressive. Yellow's building up trebs. Who knows? Maybe yellow can eventually make it to the middle that way. Watch yellow win this game because the others are just so distracted. It's very hard to focus on the objective of sudden death when you don't know where the other players' town centers are and you do know where the monument is. And the monument's below 100 years. So I personally feel as though it's understandable that like blue and teal keep coming to the middle because it's easy access and they can get there. I want to see eco count for purple. Purple's down to 54 vills. Red's at 48. Yeah, red is not winning this game. And also, red continues to slowly chop towards orange. Orange will eventually see him. I'm also pretty certain that orange just went for elite cataphracts too. Which is crazy. But horrible against vills, actually. Just horrible against vills. Which I'm sure orange doesn't know yet. What do you guys think? Has the trade paid off for orange? Absolutely. We laughed at it. But it's paid off big time. And like, it will continue to. Look at the amount of gold that's been brought in. No one can compete with that. If red notices it, though. I mean, will red notice it? I don't know. It would be pretty weird. If I'm red and I'm seeing orange building buildings here in purple's base, I'd be confused. But there's too many other things to worry about right now. Elite Berserk now for purple. Which should be pretty good against these skirms. Should be really good against the skirms. The monument brings in the monument brings in a trickle of resources. I don't know. I don't have any math associated with it. So maybe someone else has the numbers, but teal is basically cutting off blue now. Blue might go kill teal because of this. Teal's TC is here. By the way, a trade cart died again. You can tell because stuff is on fire. So we'll see what happens there. And purple definitely angry with red. Nice recovery from purple. Purple lost so many vills to that explosion, and yet the eco is looking pretty solid here. Gray finally made it to the middle. Let's go, Gray. Gray's like, Gray sent one pikeman and is running away with the rest. Yep, that's the way to do it. Yeah! Fear her! Fear her! Uh-oh. There you go. I guess it's not quite enough to kill a Mongol light cav because they're so weak. Look at they have so much HP. Look at the HP on them. That's so funny looking. I love this game, dude. This game just got so many small elements. It's just so fun. Combine that with all the mods there are. Oh, purple's going for Vill kills here. Find the woodline, purple. Find the woodline and get revenge. Oh, yes. Red, split up your Vills big time. Split them up. Split them up. Boom. Any more Vills in groups going down? Close. Close. Uh-oh. Boom. Yeah, Red's in trouble. Oh, man. Orange is attacking his trade buddy. Which, I guess, is kind of part of the game. But also, I don't think he's intending to do so. Oh, God. I mean, Orange is actually going to be in an amazing position, though. If he can come help now. Teal might actually take this game. Purple doesn't understand. I don't think Orange tried it. But think about how Teal has played this. Every time I'm looking over here, there's a villager prepared to kill a group of units. Ready? Perfect. Just perfect. And he blocked off blue. But if you block someone off, they should go for your TC. Blue, my friend, let's not forget what game mode this is. Well, it's King of the Hill, but it's also sudden death. And you have an onager, and you can cut, and you can YOLO for that TC. You can try and make it happen. Orange is finally going to make a cut through to the middle. Orange is trying to kill red from this side. And yellow is... Oh, baby! Guys, yellow's on the way. They need to reset this. Yellow is going to do incredible things that no one is expecting. It will only take another hour, though. So, hopefully they, you know, can pick up the pace here. But Treb's cutting the trees. It's sure something. Gray's going to come through. Orange is going to come through with Hussars 28 years. There's no more Vils around. Oh, the Vils are in the castle. That is so smart. He just sends the new Vils into the castle and then deletes. Yo! Genghis Khan! He Genghis Khan. That's so good. Now, just don't kill your own skirms here. Oh, okay. Danger. Danger. 20 years. Little worrying, actually. You need a unit in the middle at all times. There's units back here, Teal. Here come the Lycav. Gray is bringing in Vils as well. Gray understands how strong that is. Could save the game here for us. Been a good one. Units are dying for Teal. Oh! There's only so many units left. Red's got a Vil in here. Teal microed away! Teal microed away. That was huge. We need follow-up armies. And Orange says, let's bring the Cataphracts. The elite Cataphracts that he traded for. He's waited his whole life for this. We've got 5 years. The gold's finally going to pay off. We've got the Cataphracts here. Moves are being made. Villagers from Red are in the mix. Red needs to delete the Vil. 2 years. The Cataphracts are here. Surely they can do it. The Cataphracts, 1 year. Can they do it? 0.4 years and no. A little too late. And the game ends. Great job from Teal. I want to, again, commend Teal for the incredible job at using the exploding villagers. And Teal didn't win with much. Teal won with 124 HP of Lycav, right? No, this Lycav's not even in the mix. Oh, I can't disable that. Okay. Teal won with 44 HP of Lycav and a Treb. That was it. Another year, maybe? And, you know, Teal loses it here. Maybe Blue ends up coming in. Who knows if Blue is going to cut the other direction. But, yeah, it was just using the villagers as part of the attacks and the defense at times was really smart. And honestly, even though some people will say, oh, man, orange and purple, if you two would have just sorted this out. If purple could have told orange, bro, ally me. If orange would have gone to the middle a little bit earlier, this and that or the other. It was actually a really fun side story. And it was really close for that trade paying off because the gold collected was just getting higher and higher and higher for those two. And if you have gold units against trash units, you're in a good spot to win. So I think the thought process was probably solid. Now, Gray was able to make it happen. There was a lot of things that players had to work through to get here. Thank you to the players for playing this. Salutes to them, please, because imagine playing this sudden death. You have to delete your own Vils. It's also King of the Hill. It's also their first community game. They might have never played in these types of settings before. So it was really good. Yellow, I feel extremely bad for because of the whole randoming into the Turks thing. But he lived a life of peace and harmony, and I think that is an underrated aspect of our world today. One of the rare times in these brutal community games where one player has 0 kills and 0 deaths. Certainly lived a better life than some of the others out there. So, I guess Yellow... Does anyone know if Yellow deleted any Vils as well? Because that's not tracked. I think Yellow might not have deleted any Vils to explode trees this game because I remember Yellow being really far behind earlier with space. Maybe eventually Yellow figured it out, but I think the Vils just chopped the trees, honestly. I don't know if Yellow is here. Hibeti, I don't know if you have a different Twitch name. Maybe you could speak up and let us know. Maybe I don't want to know. You know, maybe I just want to believe he lived in peace and nobody died over there. No sheep died, right? Like you'd have in a normal game. No vills were deleted. Good stuff. What was the APM? Who was the fastest here? Oof, red. Clicking those skirmishers there. Probably away from Teal's villagers. But yeah, not the easiest setting. So again, thank you players for playing. I wanted to see how creative players would be breaking through the trees with the vills. I was pleasantly surprised that many players did that here. I do think exploding vills on a map with a little bit more openness could be good in the future. And to give you an idea of what that looks like, YouTube viewers, we're going to edit in a crazy explosion from Pilgrim's Nothing. It was a couple years ago, I believe. We had a couple examples of it, of what happens on other maps when the explosions happen, when players are closer to each other. It's just crazy stuff.
There she is. See her? She goes. Stalker really loving the limelight here. Oh my god, I love it! Holy crap, and Orange survived that. Woo! Oh my god. Orange survived that, and Orange was probably like, what? Look at that. I've never seen anything like that.